Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll dive into the intricate of character creation and combat mechanics in Baldur's Gate 3. In this video, I will cover how to allocate ability points at character creation and things to consider in the future progression, as well as understand how hit chance and armor class are calculated in Baldur's Gate 3. So let's get started. The foundation of your character's strength lies in their abilities. When creating your hero, you have 6 core abilities: Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. These abilities directly influence your character's effectiveness in combat and various skills. Before you distribute your ability points, consider your character's role and playstyle. For Barbarian, for example, Strength and Constitution are vital, while a Sneaky Rogue may prioritize Dexterity and Intelligence. In Baldur's Gate 3, you begin with a base score of 8 in each abilities, and you have 27 additional points to distribute. For every 2 score you have in ability, you gain +1 ability modifier. Keep in mind that you cannot increase any ability above 15 during character creation. Now, to know how to allocate ability, we need to first talk about how the chance to land attack and armor class are calculated. In Baldur's Gate 3, landing a successful hit in combat is essential. The chance to hit depends on several factors, so let's break it down. When you make a weapon attack using a spell that requires attack roll, you roll a 20-sided dice, commonly known as d20. To calculate the chance to hit, you need to add specific modifiers. The formula to determine the chance to hit is this: 1d20 plus weapon-specific ability modifier plus proficiency bonuses plus feat-related bonuses has to be larger or equals to opponent's armor class. Your weapons and spellcast ability modifier depends on the class or weapon you're wielding. For example, a rapier with finesse property uses dexterity modifier in the attack roll. A spellcasting ability for cleric, for example, is wisdom, and you can see all this information in the character's detail view. Each player character begins the game with a proficiency bonuses of +2, increasing by 1 every 4 levels to a maximum of +5. And feats and special abilities may grant additional bonuses, which can also be added in the total attack roll. If the total of your attack roll meets or exceeds your target's armor class, congratulations, you have hit the mark. Now, let's talk about armor class, or AC. It represents how difficult it is for enemies to hit you in combat. The higher your AC, the harder you are to hit. An AC can be calculated based on the armor you're wearing. For example, with no armor, AC equals 10 plus dexterity modifier. Light armor is armor rating plus dexterity modifier. For medium armor, armor rating plus dexterity modifier, but it's not exceeding +2. For heavy armor, it's just a armor rating. And shields can also provide additional static bonus to your AC, typically a +2. And lastly, being proficient in the armor you're wearing is essential. Different classes have various armor proficiencies, and wearing armor without proficiency may lead to penalties, like the inability to cast spells and disadvantage on certain rolls. Now with all that out of the way, let's take a look how to allocate your ability points at character creation. You can basically follow the exact same formula for all the classes. First of all, we want to remove all the pre-allocated ability points. Next up, we want to increase Constitution to the highest. This will maximize our health to increase survivability in the battle. Now thirdly, we want to look for the main ability for this class. You can tell that by the star mark next to the ability. Now in the case for Barbarian, it will be Strength, so we will be increasing Strength to the maximum. Next up, we want to look for this class armor proficiencies. For Barbarian, we can see its light armor and medium armor, which means we will be using Dexterity as armor class modifier. So let's increase Dexterity to the maximum as well. Now lastly is to choose our race, and we can do this based on our main skills. We already know Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution are the abilities we want to focus on for Barbarian, so we'll be looking for a race that increase 1 or 2 of the 3 abilities. In this case, a Dwarf looks to be a pretty good choice. By allocating ability points this way, you will maximize your performance in battle. However, there are other abilities that might help in other activities in the game, such as conversations and stealth, so you could consider lower 1 or 2 core abilities for other consideration. Now in this case, I choose to be a more intelligent dwarf. As mentioned before, you only gain ability modifier at every even ability scores. However, some of those are at odd number, which is okay, because at level 4 we will be gaining additional ability points, which we can allocate to strength or dexterity to increase them to next level. Now, let's use Bard as another example. Unallocate all the abilities. Increase Constitution to highest. Increase main ability, in this case Charisma, to maximum. Check armor proficiency for Bard. It's light armor, so we will increase Dexterity to maximum. And look for a race that gave us Charisma, in this case I choose Half Elf. Finally, do some minor adjustment based on your playstyle. In this case, I want our Bard to be able to jump further or carry more items, so I lower down my Dexterity and put down additional points into Strength. And there you have it. Understanding how to allocate ability points and the grasp attack hit and armor class mechanic will give you a significant advantage in Baldur's Gate 3. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Baldur's Gate content. And thanks for watching. Until next time, happy gaming!